We're here with another episode of Conversations and Connections. We're the official podcast of the Family Crisis Center of East Texas. I'm Stuart, the prevention coordinator for the agency, and with me is Sadarria Christian. She is our child advocate here at the Family Crisis Center, and the summer flies, and it's almost time for back to school again. How you doing, Sadarria?
I'm good. How about you?
Good. Are you getting ready? Are your kiddos back in the back of the safe house getting ready?
Yeah, we're getting ready.
Right. Well, if those of you who are, maybe familiar with what we do here at the Family Crisis Center every year, right during the last part of the summer, we always conduct a school supply drive for the children of our clients. And so, Sadarria, I just kind of want to talk about the drive. What does the agency need, or why does the agency need to have this drive for the kids, for the clients?
So the agency needs this drive. This drive is essential for kids to receive. It's beneficial for them to receive essential learning tools. And it also helps ease the burden of expense for parents who may be struggling financially. Okay. So that's why we need this drive.
Well, I guess a lot of people, may know, but some people may know, if a child is a client and not necessarily staying at the safe house, but a client of ours, a lot is going on in that child's life and in that family's life. And especially if a survivor of domestic violence is leaving that environment, they may be cut off from their financial stream or whatever that they did have. And it's essential that their child get these supplies to get back to school on.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah. So what's needed the most? When I think of school supplies, of course, you think of what your typical school supplies are. Is there anything in particular that we're just really needing?
Backpacks primarily, but we also need earbuds, water bottles, and all basic essentials such as wide rule notebook paper, pencil pouches. I will say that gift cards for haircuts and clothing are also needed.
I don't know if I would have thought about that. Okay, that's awesome. Do we ever have any local businesses involved? Do we ever get any donations like from area businesses besides individuals?
Yes, local businesses are always involved. So far, we have received donations from Ferraris, Trinity Baptist Church, and families within the community.
Okay, great. Mm-hmm. How many kids are we looking at to receive these donations? A rough estimate.
Right now, we don't have an accurate amount, but based on last year's assessments and distributions, we donated to 537 kids.
Wow.
And so we accept donations all year round because that number is constantly changing.
Well, and I guess that's something that we need to keep in mind is, yes, we are looking for back to school supplies, but you never know in October, February, March, whenever, if a child's parent becomes a client, they may be cut off for some things that they need. And so really, I guess you could say the need for school supplies is year round.
All year round,
Yeah.
yes. Because I'm constantly enrolling kids in school all year round.
What's been the response from the community, either now or in the past? We usually get folks that come through on things like that?
Yes, the community has always been generous with donating school supplies to the agency.
Yeah, yeah, okay. Mm-hmm. And clothes, uniform, do the schools even still do? Is school uniform still a thing, or has that all been kind of phased out?
Ever since COVID, it's been kind of phased out. Lufkin is free dress.
Okay.
Yes.
So school supplies, again, clothing also.
Clothing. again, gift cards for haircuts. And,
Yeah. Okay. Well, someone's listening to this, they want to send a donation. Who do they contact? How do they get those donations to us?
Donations can be accepted at the Lufkin admin office. Donors can always call here for our address, and our number is 936-639-1681.
And if they have any questions, they just can call that number, I guess, and pretty much they at the front they can direct them to you or whoever might can steer them in the right direction, right?
Yeah, they can ask for me or Miss Melissa Wheeler or Mallory Harris.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. Is there anything else we need to really make sure the listeners know about the school supply drive?
I just wanted to add that, there is no goal and that the Family Crisis Center is appreciative of all donations received.
All right. That is very well said, Sadarria. Sadarria, I know this was kind of short and sweet, but we do want to get the word out. Well, what's the deadline? Do we have a deadline that we're kind of shooting for to get these supplies in?
There is no deadline because we are accepting donations all year round, but
okay.
I do want the audience to keep in mind that school does start August 6th here in Lufkin, and but we are accepting donations all year round.
Excellent. All right, Sadarria Christian, she is our children's advocate here at the Family Crisis Center, and always there's not a time when I do not see Sadarria sitting still. She's got birthday cakes in her hand. She's got gifts in her hand. She's running around. I think a lot of people during the summer, you take these kids on field trips and to the movies. And, it's more, to kind of make sure they're just not sitting in the back, not doing anything. So you're doing God's work back there, Sadarria. All right. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Thank you, Stuart.
All right. So if you ever have a need for the Family Crisis Center, you can call our toll-free 24-hour hotline. That number is 1-800-828-7233. And you can subscribe to Conversations and Connections via Spotify, Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts. Let me check that. There's no such thing as Google Podcasts anymore. YouTube, we can be found, our podcast on our YouTube channel, and pretty much every other podcast service of your choice. Remember, be the voice, if not for you, for someone else.